Now it's time for Let's Talk Africa, like time for the African talk. Okay, so in our previous program, we did the Middle Passage, and the Middle Passage was all about how our African parents were taken to slavery, and some were thrown into the ocean because they were either sick. You know, they were maltreated and treated like trash, but yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Now, today here with me is Professor Abigos, meaning multitudes that beholds God. Yeah, multitude that beholds God. The name is amazing, sir. And greetings, Prof. Happy to have you in our program today, and I hope you're happy too.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, bro, this is not the first time, not the same. It's a pleasure to have you here today, and sincerely, the management of West Africa really appreciate it. Prof, as a professional historian and a dedicated African too, do you think Africans have played any important role in the path that brought salvation? Do you think that Africans are involved in this salvation of the thing brought to us by Jesus Christ?
Yes, of course. Africans play vital roles on the path to salvation.
Okay, so Africans played a vital role, but how? How exactly? How Africans played a vital path on the path of salvation? Because I don't see how. I'm just curious to know how. Are we involved?
Okay, I'll try to make it brief. Abraham, in his sojourn to Egypt, was immersed supported by the Egyptians, which were also Africans. And Isaac, his son, would have loved to set his business in Egypt because he knew the fertility and productivity of Egypt, of Africa. But he would have settled where he didn't because of his God. But his grandson Joseph settled there, and he was not treated with hostility, but he was treated with hospitality in the land of Africa. But he was not from Africa, he was a foreigner in that land. But yet, he prospered in that land.
True.
And Jesus, which was threatened by Herod, a king in Bethlehem, Jesus was moved by his parents to Egypt. They didn't chase Jesus away, they accepted him. That shows that the Africans themselves are people of hospitality.
Yeah, we are.
Very unique people.
Yeah, we are very unique.
Yes. That is why we must understand that the Africans did not kill Jesus, it was the Jews and the Romans.
Yeah, the Africans were never involved in the death. Oh, now I see. Thinking of it. In Herod ordered the killing of all the male children. You know, after the white man, that's like the most wicked thing ever. An African king would never do that, you know. And then Jesus ran down to Egypt. And in Egypt, recovered and saved him. Wow. Can you imagine that? Africa saved the Savior. Can you imagine? We are really unique people, like in the very beginning. We are not just unique, we are also fertile and blessed too. So thank you, Prof, for that wonderful one. Thank you so much for the analysis. Why do Westerners describe Islam? Like why do they
the word that they use for their action is not taken to life. I can't use that word because the word that we use is racism. Racism is the race among Western nations for the extortion of black people. And we cannot say that any Western world that is great today has not extorted one of the things from the black. So that to tell you that these Westerners came into our land, they made us inferior, and they became superior, which is not supposed to be so, and they enslaved the Africans. And then they tried to commercialize their resources with an aim of building their own country, their own world. They saw the blessedness, they saw the greatness, they saw the uniqueness of Africa as a whole. And so they went ahead to extort things from Africa. But Africans were not able to identify it at that time. They were ignorant of that. And so the Westerners came in and took what does not belong to them. And these Western nations were all fragments of Rome, Roman Empire. And they were under the Roman Empire, and so they wanted to bring themselves up again as the great Roman Empire. And they saw Africa as the jackpot, as the ladder to get to that place. And so they attacked Africa and took their resources and used it against them.
Wow, that's a very interesting picture. We have to that people take advantage of. And the funny thing is that for us to speak out, we sit back and smile. Oh, God, thank you very much. And she's going to speak it as the depth of wickedness of sin. So you mean you traveled all the way from there, down here, to export us for all purposes. Their wickedness has got to be short of words. Now, so thank you so much for once again. What brief do you have for our audience in the theme of Christianity? Like, what brief do you have for our audience? Who do you have to tell them about Christianity? And should we take it too personal or too, us now, how we take everything too personal? So what do you have to tell us about Christianity?
Okay, I said before, they came to colonize. But these different colonial masters, as they came in, they were using the Greek and Roman philosophies as translations. And then the ancient Western theologians picked them up and said we should use translations to expound the scriptures, to transcribe the scriptures. And so they used those translations to translate the theology of the African people, which is not supposed to be so. And this negatively affected the life of the African people. It didn't bring out the true heritage of the African people. It made the African people to be backward, which they could be so. So we can see that the Catholic Church at first which was formed by the Alexander the Great, a king in Rome, was a way of identifying patriotic Romans.
What?
A way of identifying patriotic Romans.
But you mean the Almighty Catholic was not actually a church?
Yes.
It was something invented by a king.
Yes.
To identify it was like a club, a social club, to know patriotic citizens.
Yes.
How fun is that?
But then Jesus came and he said, I will build my church upon this rock.
So the Catholic is a church.
Now it was now refined by the disciples in the process of time. But yet, from the very beginning, it was still all about the Greek and Romans. Their philosophies were still used in translating scriptures. But I want to thank very few theologians and historians because they, through vast theological studies and historical studies, have been able to decolonize and rewrite the theology of African people.
Wow. If there's anything, the shocking part of it is that Catholic used to be a social group for citizens. And it's automatically turned into a church because of politics. And then that's why people brought it down here, not because they actually wanted to go, but wanted to export us. And now we take it too personal. Wow, although it is not bad to take Christ personal, but and thank you so much, bro. Thank you very much, really appreciate it. At least now we know that the Catholic started somewhere, not as a church. But in time, they brought in politics into it. Realized that, okay, so if we make Catholic a church, we have more, supporters than people. Wow. Thank you very, very, very much, bro. I really appreciate it. And I've learned a great deal from the beginning of everything to now. Thank you very much. We love to have you in our section. Thank you very, very much. Alright. Yeah, at this point, we draw the Let's Talk Africa program. Thank you very much, friends.